D1NZ now. Just come from Perth, flew to Melbourne and then into Auckland. Just waiting for Jon to come pick us up now with the Mighty L Dog. And yeah, we'll head down to Tauranga to our Airbnb, which is only just maybe 200 metres from Baypark. And we got tech tomorrow and then practice. So yeah, hopefully we can get comfortable in this car and hopefully qualify. That'll be a bonus. Jon found me.
What's that?
Just said you found me.
Oh! Reckon you can handle 4 doors.
Yeah. Might have to take this wing off though, otherwise I'll take it off for you. Yo, we're just down in the mount here. I'm not used to this recording shit, but I'm going to give it a jam. We just got to our back from the wash wheel. We just gave it a quick clean. So comes up alright for the old girl. Jon's been giving it a lot of shit down in the South Island. He's been down there, I think he's down there 5 weeks, done a few different events. But yeah, it's our Airbnb, which is a couple streets from the water. Water's just over there, main beach. But yeah, we're gonna go to the track soon. I think we can go start piling in from around 1:30 and then practice is at 3. So yeah, we'll have a crack in the car, try to get comfortable. Hopefully we can qualify tomorrow. Second practice day and qualifying today. Didn't really film fuck all. My fucking picker was pretty useless yesterday. This guy. He's too busy making sure his car wasn't fucking into the wall.
It fucking was.
Yeah, I'll try to film around the pits today. This is pretty sweet. We're only a street over from the beach. It's yeah. Fucking Laurels everywhere. Must be an NZ. So we're just doing where is it? Changing adding some more springs into his spark plugs because it had a bit of a miss yesterday, so hopefully we can sort that out. And then if it's not missing, we'll leave the ratio where it is, but if it's missing, we might drop the ratio down. It's got winter's rear in the car. There's the bush mechanic himself.
If it ain't broke, bro, don't fix it. Just don't look at what I'm doing.
reckon, Bull, we on?
Yeah. Seems good.
Some more nice little rubs on the wall. That's what John wanted. Not that. Whoops. I did tell you to take the tail lights out. Or I'll take them out for you.
Fucking rough. That's right, mate. I'll take your East 15 ones out.
She still looks alright, but
Gonna bend anything.
bent the wing mounts though.
Who the fuck put those on there?
when we go to a wall round.
Has just got a 91.3 for his first run at okay. So
all right,
91.3 set the bar there.
All right, so have the scores locked in for Pro Sport now? Did we get a score for the interesting part was Guy Maxwell, right? We were looking for Guy Maxwell to see what happened. So Guy Maxwell locks into position 11, 85.7. So 85.7 for Guy Maxwell. So we'll wait and see what that battle tree looks like, but it is certainly going to be interesting with Curtis Lilly and Corbin Wilson coming from the bottom end of the tree, having to battle their way through as we move into our pro qualifying now. And this is Jon Attwood.
No, that's Jon Attwood's car.
Oh, it's Jon Attwood's car. Who's driving Jon Attwood's car? Ethan Faithful is driving. Ethan Faithful is Faithful Drifter. Is this is the 10-year story? Is it Australia, like a bucket list thing? Keith's had enough of me already. I mentioned to him, "Do you want to keep driving?" He's like, "No, I want to go drive. I want to go drive.
You got me itchy feet, mate.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. I've had enough of you. I've done my two runs of Japanese commentary, and I'm done."
Ethan's doing a pretty good job here, obviously going around that outside zone, switching back, getting that outer zone there to the wall, and doing a good job adjusting to that wall again. Running pretty wide on the left of brake, just making sure that he's out there, and he's finished his run. That was a good run.
Do we know much about Ethan's background? Is there...
I'll pass it to Kenny, because I think
Kenny's back. Okay. Well, do you want to hang out and chat with Kenny for a while? Should we just play past?
Maybe Warren needs a break.
Well, I might just go and have some water then, and you guys can have a little chat because we'll mix up Japanese and Whangapatuan.
Oh dear. Yep. I do speak English. It's one of those things. It might not look like I do, but I do.
Friday night qualifying, D1NZ Mercury Baypark. We're getting back into it, and it is now the Pro Championship. We just saw the Pro Sport guys Man, there was some spicy runs towards the end of that pro sports session. We've got Ethan Faithful now, his first time competing against Baypark, based out of Western Australia. He's a Kiwi, but based out of Australia for the last few years, competing in D1WA.
Obviously in a borrowed car, so he hasn't had much seat time in it. He's doing a pretty good job.
So the Ford 633 Barra motor.
Barra. It looks like a torquey motor, and it looks really good for this track. You know, he's keeping it in the torque band. He's, you know, left foot braking, a little bit of wavering there, but I mean, overall, it looks like
Yes, I think compared to some of the pro sport guys, they were having a hard time with the bumps going through the section, but that car looking pretty settled out there. The old big Japanese four-door. Yeah. And cool to see the Barra being used. I thought New Zealand would have tapped into the Barra a bit more. Being this side of the equator, so to speak. There's certainly a lot of power comes out of the Barra motors over in Aussie, in the drag racing scene especially. I think Alex Stocky Griffin is the only other Barra that we have.
He's a resident Kiwi with a Barra.
Yes, it's the straight 6 turbo out of the Ford factory. It's a Ford motor and a Nissan Laurel.
Yeah, it's a pretty good combo.
That's a South Pacific combo.
Not Malaysia.
Maybe not so much a Japanese combo.
Yeah. Oceania combo, mate.
The next driver up, so Ethan Faithful to the top with a 92.5. We've just seen a couple of drivers now.
Switches attention to supporting teammate Dave Steadman. Ethan Faithful out of Australia by way of New Zealand behind the wheel of the Jon Attwood machine. What do you say is underneath the bonnet of that, Kenny? Is that a Barra?
Ford Barra.
Another Barra. Have we had two Barras before?
4-litre straight 6. Oh, contact there from Kurt Blackie. Trying to get into that layup, onto that transition there. Bumper hanging off the car for the lead car. Kurt Blackie trying to claw back some track position, get up on the rear quarter, claw back some points after that contact.
The internationals are doing a number on the Kiwi.
Oh, and then more contact from the lead car.
That's not his car, it's fine. Jon Attwood will fix that. Ethan Faithful he'll just return the car as he got it right. One careful driver ex-Australia.
So that lead car has just done a big tour of the South Island as well. So a lot of miles over the last few weeks. Kurt Blackie on that inner line, and he was just sort of locking himself out on entry there. A little bit too up past the A-pillar. He tried to settle it down, and then you see the contact there as Ethan Faithful tried to switch it through into the teardrop. Fairly solid lead lap otherwise for Ethan Faithful, competing for a few years now in the D1WA series.
Yes,
Australia.
Luke Veersman's kind of the benchmark over there, and we've seen Luke Veersman before and how fast he is at World Time Attack.
Tags the wall though on the exit on outside zone 5, so 3 outside zones this weekend, 1 outside clip and 1 inside clip. So 5 scoring zones.
And judges.
And the rear end of that C33 looking a bit battered and bruised.
Right, let's see what Kurt Blackie does behind the wheel of Wolfie. Kurt Blackie looking... Kurt Blackie said he wanted to line up Dad, didn't he? He refers to Fangadam as Dad in battles, and a little bit of a waiver there in the chase position for Ethan Faithful behind the wheel of the big Laurel.
Not his actual dad, by the way.
No, not his actual dad, but the joke's been ongoing for a while, right? We've been running it this season. It's just one of those things that kind of picked up the ball and run with it a bit like the kick the ball thing. Here comes Faithful on the attack, and Kurt,
it's like giving him a return serve after that first lap, giving him a bit of a tap. Kurt Blackie tags the wall, up on the wall again, tags it again. The GT86, the RHP machine of the V8 out in front, in the concrete wall.
Have the Tauranga lads done enough to stay in competition?
We want them on the wall, not in the wall.
Yeah, arguably now the hotbed of New Zealand drifting, Tauranga, but where a number of the teams are based, or I think more specifically, I think RHP is Matamata, isn't it?
Up the road.
Yeah, well, actually, so is.
Now there was a little bit of a moment there in through the transition for the chase car, so we have to see how the judges call that one. Just how straight was it, or was there something from the lead car affecting that transition? Otherwise, pretty solid for Kurt Blackie overall until the end. Tagging the wall, upsets his line.
They both tagged the wall on their return runs, so Ethan Faithful did it the first time.
Steering input in there, so which way does this sway?
Two-step. Stephen McIver just awaiting a result to lock in here.
Who moves
we
through?
love a good deliberation, don't we?
Well, maybe Stephen grab a word with Ethan to see how his return from Australia has been for him in a borrowed car.
Oh, we're directing from the floor, are we?
Oh, why not?
I love
Why
that.
not? We
Wow.
may as well.
There's a bold commentator. Okay, so Ethan. We've just been told, lads, one more time. So quick chat. You returned from Oz. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been good. It's pretty cool to just come down and give it a good crack. It's interesting to see how our competition in WA compares us as drivers to the rest of the world, really. It shows that the drivers back up my driver have really improved my driving, so it's been good.
All right, go prepare yourself for the OMT. Don't drive over my cameraman.
Because he knows they respect him and he knows that they enjoy driving against him, so it's always good to enjoy Whangadan after run interview. This is the one more time battle. It is Ethan Faithful and it is Kurt Blackie and Wolfie.
Ethan Faithful leading out. The C33 Laurel. Kurt Blackie's had a massive
Blackie.
moment on. He's got jet
puddle
pro racing
jumping.
down on the inside, and Ethan Faithful's just got to put a clean lap together now.
Too much time on the wave runner, young fella. Oh, and then Faithful, is he going to hold that?
Oh, he's pushed super
Push him
wide.
off. Did he
Kurt
push him off or
Blackie
not?
trying to give him a tag on the rear.
Well, who's his drift at? Whangadan. Anything Dad can do, I can do as well. Kurt Blackie out there channeling it. Oh, Kurt
And he
Blackie.
loops it out. Kurt Blackie just struggling in the chase there, and Ethan Faithful.
Ethan Faithful looked over, did you see that? He looked over his shoulder to work out where he was.
Pedaling that car back
so,
around.
Yeah, so into the water hazard here for Kurt Blackie. So down to the inside here and fully straight, and is it under? Yeah, it's gone.
He's sort of locked
Reinitiate.
up on him.
Yep. And that will be a
Decided to do, a bit of jet boat racing.
big advantage there for Ethan Faithful.
Just how wide was Ethan Faithful though? Was that actually a
Did
wheel off,
Ethan
or
do it,
was
or
that just residual clay getting shot up there? I just didn't see the relationship to that yellow line there, but certainly Kurt Blackie otherwise spinning out. in the
Deduction
end.
though, right? Deduction, not a zero. Yeah. So we hope you are enjoying D1NZ round number 5 of the National Drifting Championship. So a big thank you to our sponsors, Repco, Ting Tools, TTI Gearbox, Mimico, UDC, NZKW, and Link ECU. Without loyal partners, we are not able to put on this type of event. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors. Apologies if I miss anyone as I make my way through our list of thank yous. Kurt Blackie with some work to do here. Ethan Faithful just sitting back here. Knows that he doesn't have to do anything overly crazy here, Kenny. Sort of been there, done that, talked about the kind of everyone loves to throw around inactive chase, right? But in this type of condition, you don't need to be silly, and you don't need to put yourself in a position where you can actually find yourself trapped or in a place on the track where you've got no option but to effectively zero yourself out, and then you open yourself up to that one more time type result. There's no, is that the wheel? Is it the wheel or the tyre?
Oh my
He
God,
just
and it
caught his
followed
own
him
tyre.
through the pit chute.
Catch it, Stephen, catch it. Catch it, Stephen.
No way.
I think he just gave Keske or Stephen a tyre as a gift.
Oh, that was gnarly on the end there. Because I was wondering just how deep he was really running the wall, but he was, with the wheelbase of the GT86, he had that rear wheel right up in the concrete, all the way around. And then the wheel had DB'd it and just rolled along the side of the car.
I've never seen one turn the corner and go back into the pits like that before.
That was nuts. That is going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Well, if you're going to lose, do it spectacularly, right? So what does he do? He bangs the wall here, rips the tyre off. The tyre's DB'd there already, right? Tyre's DB'd off there. And then it rips itself off about here. Yep. And the
Bouncing down the road. Look at
there's
this.
a side skirt. And slow down now, Kurt, and turn into the pits. Watch this. Very nicely. It's almost like he planned to do this.
He
Turns the corner,
right out when he
catches
saw
the tyre,
this. He would have heard it, surely. Oh, that is another smashed rim for Kurt Blackie.
That looks like a pizza cutter. Down to Stephen McIver in the pits. I hope you caught that tyre. Who caught it?
Yeah, I did catch it. I'm just waiting a result. Okay, so the result goes like this. Ethan gets the win. I'll talk to Mr. D-Laminate in a minute.
Ethan, mate, you're doing pretty well in a borrowed car. How's that?
Yeah, it's pretty scary because I'm scared I'm going to get a decent bill after this.
Yeah, the rear end's got a little bit damaged, but you're feeling all right?
Yeah, it's not bad, man. I'd saved the rear end right till now, so yeah, pretty stoked with that. Shout out to all the people in WA watching online and supporting me. My wife,
You good,
my
brother?
son Cody, and yeah, my sponsors over there tuning in.
Yeah, you got heaps more to go, so keep going, mate. Well done.
Okay, let's talk to the guy that likes to just change his tyres while he's finishing a race, mate. Hard luck.
Yeah, hard luck. We ended up doing what we did a couple years back and blow everything to pieces. So now we put on a good show for this crowd, despite the weather. All these drivers are doing amazing, despite the weather. It's bloody hard out there. So hats off to all these competitors and hands off to Ethan as well. Wasn't our night, but it's okay. We'll come back stronger next year. And yeah, thanks to all the sponsors, Team RHP, the whole family who couldn't do this without any of you guys. It's just one big happy family, and we're just so, enthusiastic to be here, and it's just bloody been a good night. So, cheers.
Mate, that's exactly what I want to hear. I'd love seeing you back here in D1NZ, brother. Keep it up. Have a good off-season.
Cheers, of course. Thank you.
Great stuff.
All right, well, we get now into the top 8. Ethan Faithful, Matty J on the line. Let's do this.
Thank you, boys. Keeping us informed down there from pit lane. Stephen McIver, Keske Nagashima, well, he's no longer our Pro Sport champion. Kenny Dean Young, our new Pro Sport champion for 2025. And we're underway. Matty J, Ethan Faithful, both of these drivers competing for a spot in the final 4 for the first time. Ooh, a little bit messy on initiation there for Matty J. And it's put him right down the bottom of the track there. Needs to drift up onto the back of the Ethan Faithful driven Scott. Well, it wasn't. So I was going to say Scott Dinsdale should have been driving that car, Jon Attwood, but he didn't show up. So Ethan Faithful was driving the car instead of Scotty D. And then he puts it out wide there, does Ethan Faithful. First sign of a mistake from Ethan. It's been pretty smooth so far, but getting deeper into competition and obviously enjoying his experience here in New Zealand.
Tags the wall on the exit too, coming up around to the finish line. Matty J just on that lower line. And I don't think that's going to do him any favours for the judges.
Yeah, potentially going to hurt him, isn't it, in terms of you're going lead for lead, chase for chase. So
he struggled. He took a 2-stab approach off the entry there, really get the car steered in there, and then laid the power in to try to get up onto the rear quarter. But yeah, he was struggling off the line there just to get the thing initiated. And then actually is that straight?
Straight.
So yeah, Matty J having a bit of a tough time in the chase there. 2 wheels off potentially there for Ethan Faithful in the C33 Laurel out in front.
The good part is the judges have been, I think the judges have been really consistent. I don't think they've deviated a lot from what they asked for. Are people going to agree with them? all of the time? No. But are they going to get it right probably 90% of the time? Yeah. And that's why we have a DSO as well, right? Because there's a review system available. I do like the HKS intercooler. It's very retro throwback kind of vibe. Don't see that these days very often.
Psycho JZ out in front. Matty J with the Ford Barra in behind. Matty J leading out Ethan Faithful. A little bit squirmy toing and froing, but Ethan Faithful trying to apply some pressure now through the teardrop. Don't lock yourself out too far.
Ethan Faithful feels like he wants to go a lot faster than what Matty J's allowing him to drive. He's having to dive in and then get back out of it, dive in, get back out of it. Putting a lot of pressure on here.
J takes the
Matty
wall.
J.
Up on the wall, sparks are flying, but just doesn't. Oh, massive! Massive hit at the end there. Nearly spun the front end of it around, but he managed to steer out of it. So Matty J just having a close call at the end there.
Well, you heard him say earlier, he referenced the fact that he only does select rounds, so he hasn't done a lot of driving on semi-slicks. I'd imagine that track's actually reasonably dryish now in terms
What's
of
consistent?
where it was.
Yeah, me and Jesse were talking about it before. It's actually just sort of leveled out. It's a bit more consistent. Humidity picked up, and the track temp is consistent. The greasiness seems to be consistent. So it's not a dry track as such, but certainly just consistent level conditions make it far more easier to drive.
Starting to see some wisps of smoke off the back there, so I reckon by the time we get to maybe the 4 and then into the finals, Kenny, we might be on for the full-blown Baypark smoke show.
Maybe we need to ring Zach Pole to come in and just do a couple of laps in the helicopter and just dry the track out. They do that at Speedway, don't they?
Yeah, they do that. A lot of private helicopters owned down there. And we go to Stephen for the result, and it is Ethan Faithful gets the call. Ethan Faithful from Australia. Where was he originally from? Northland? Yeah.
Ethan, mate, you must be loving the Barra. How good is that?
The good old farm build by Jon Attwood Drift.
You're loving it, mate?
Yeah, it's a killer car, man. It's people don't understand. It's actually a pretty good build, man. It's got all the good bits. Just a semi-average driver right now.
You're through to the top 4, mate, so keep it going.
Legend. Cool. Thanks, mate.
Matty J, that first run looked a bit awkward.
Yeah, a little bit messy on my part, both lead and chase, whatever. But yeah, we've still got a little bit to learn. But yeah, we're still pumped with where we've placed anyway. Like, you know, just qualifying or even getting into the top 16 is a big feat for us. So yeah, we're happy as we'll send it tonight, and yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back and play with these boys some more next year.
Love to hear that. Just be safe tonight.
Yeah, we'll be safe, mate.
Conditions. These guys are all out there having a ball. So here we go. The All-Aussie semi-final. Ethan Faithful, Brodie Marr, Tasmania versus Western Australia. Ethan Faithful, Western Australia by way of Northland. Brodie Marr, well, I've claimed him as an honorary New Zealander for the last 3-4 World Time Attacks. So what can Ethan Faithful do? And Jon Attwood, what do you call it? A farm build?
It's a barn build.
Farm build.
It's a farm build.
Farm build, not a barn build, a farm build.
Farm build, Ford Barra.
So the barn build is trademark JDM, that's farm build. Jon Attwood's farm build.
So we've got a sort of a Western Australia versus Tasmania battle about to unfold. Of course, Ethan Faithful originally from Northland.
Did he drive here before he went? Was he a competitor in D1?
He may have done a little bit
Matt
of
Surrey
driving,
kind of guy?
but not. He definitely hasn't driven here at Baypark. It was his first time here this weekend, and hey, he's in the top 4 in the pro class.
All right, here we go. 1,000 horsepower of SR Plenty 2.4 versus the big old Barra underneath the bonnet of Jon Attwood's farm build for Ethan Faithful. What do we think is going to happen here, Kenny? Are we going to see Brodie Marr for
this
the
could get
second
spicy.
time?
This could get pretty spicy.
A brand new, I mean, what a story it will be for Ethan Faithful to come back after 10 years away, potentially make a final. But Brodie Marr is the driver in his way, and Brodie Marr is a talented pilot behind the wheel. However, what we have noticed, Kenny, is that Brodie Marr does seem to be fighting that car. It doesn't want to go where he wants. It's not surprising, right? The thing's been on fire. It's basically a burnt piece of toast at the moment. It's been pressed. It's had a new wiring loom. It's had new injectors put into it. It's had new just about everything underneath the bonnet. It's got that flame-lit kind of look on the back. Oh, Jon Attwood machine was right there in transition. Ethan Faithful placed that car right in Brodie Marr's switch line. and it tagged the front of it. And then Brodie Marr transitions up to the wall and tags it twice. The two Aussie boys throwing down.
Man, that transition was tight. You see the sparks come off the bumper there. We'll have another look at it in GT Radio replay. We thought we might get a spicy run out of it, and we did. Plenty of pressure applied by Ethan Faithful in the C33 Ford Barra-powered machine, chasing down that drift lead, SR Plenty. The SR Plenty, of course, the nickname because it's 1,000 horsepower, 4-cylinder turbo. We talked about how he was struggling with the car. That actually looked a lot smoother. That's probably one of the better runs we've seen this weekend from Brodie Marr out in the lead. There's the sparks flying, the real super tight transition there. And Ethan Faithful unfazed. Lead car takes the wall and then another stab to try keep it out. And whew, that was tight. I think...
there's some work to do here for Ethan Faithful this time, so he's going to have to come out and just lay it down because Brodie Marr is going to be right on his tail here. He'll be right on that quarter panel. Marr wants another... I feel like Brodie Marr would love a do-over with Luke Fink in a final, right? Because that first round we had to start the season was just ugly. And they described it as the ugliest final ever. Here we go. And here is Inspire You flying the drone high above the track, chasing both cars. Ethan Faithful leads away. Brodie Marr in the chase position. Marr settles down into his work now. Ethan Faithful doing a nice job out front, opens the door up for Brodie Marr to come and close up onto the rear quarter panel. Brodie Marr starting to get some tyre smoke off the SR Plenty. Both cars cranked to lock there. Both cars... Did he get he got it wrong! Massive waiver. Massive waiver. Ethan Faithful. Is he on the way to one of the amazing fairy tales within D1NZ history? A big waiver, but then he tags the wall there. I would not want to be one of the judges right now. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. They may be Aussies, but they are putting on a show here for us in Kiwiland at Baypark.
GT Radio replay. The Drift League Tasmanian S13 trying to hunt down the Western Australian behind the wheel of the farm built C33 Laurel.
Question for you, right? You and I have been here a long time, and this one goes out to the live stream audience as well. Has anyone come into D1NZ on debut and gone all the way to a final and won it? Yes. Anyone? Who?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think there has been.
Would it be one of the? Would it be an international?
Possibly.
I'd love to know who's won on debut. So Ethan Faithful
might have to
potentially on the cusp of a final here.
Have to tap into Coleman.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will know, right? Out there in live stream land, like somebody will know who potentially
Coleman
has come
in. The stats man, so he might remember.
So either Ethan Faithful makes his first final, or Brodie Marr makes his second one of the season. All right, Mr. McIver, the two Aussie boys go head to head.
Here we go,
How are they
lads.
feeling about trophy snatching on Kiwi soil?
We love it. It's, hey, Anzac weekend.
And there it is. It is Ethan Faithful. It's a Cinderella story.
Nice. Yeah, sick, man. Shout out to all my sponsors back in Oz, Salem Tyres, TuneCorp, Pulsar Australia, and the main man, K-Fab, who keeps all my cars going.
No, mate, we're through to the final.
Hello, Stephen. You got Mr. Faithful with you.
Wow, I hadn't even got there and you're telling me, mate, you're going to stop telling me what to do. There is a director.
Oh.
No, I'm just being naughty. Hey, Ethan Faithful, first event. You're in the final, buddy. You might as well turn it off because there's a 5 being taken as well. They're not going to hear you properly. There you go. There we go. Yeah, happy days. Is this sort of like a bit surreal doing all this right now?
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. Thank the weather gods for this one.
You got to give me a bit more than that, man. I mean, okay, you're in the position. You're either 1 or 2 for the round. Have you drifted in conditions like this before and then had this much success?
Back in the day on the streets.
On the what?
On the street.
Okay, alrighty. Okay, no, fair play. Tell me, what do you make of the track?
It's killer, man. It's pretty scary throwing someone else's car against that wall. It's pretty sick that Jon had faith in me to come over and give it a jam. And it's pretty stoked just to get this far.
What do you make of Kiwi drifters?
I'm a Kiwi.
They just said you're in from Australia, Nico. There you go. I've made a run of dick of myself there, right? What time of the night is it? Time for the past
we might have set you up there.
Must be. You've set me up, haven't you? Actually, you did set me up. No, that's my bad.
He's got an
hey,
Aussie
mate,
license, but he's
you're
a
up against
Kiwi.
Luke Fink. I mean, this is epic, right?
Yeah, man, he's a weapon, so I'm really going to have to bring it to him. Yeah, we're just going to see what happens.
Go get it, mate. Go get it, right? And I'm just going to go upstairs and just, there might be a little noise in the background as young Warren finds himself bloodied and battered, but that'll be for another time.
Well, look, it's clearly getting first time. Will it head overseas? And Luke Fink is getting some heat into those tyres, bagging up the Tri-Ace rears.
That's what we want to see.
And the Dan Caldwell-owned LSX-powered machine.
Just don't have smell-o-vision from where we are.
No. But it is drifting up.
Waiting for tyre smoke all day.
If you go into the judges' box, though, the judges have tyre smoke, they have clutch, they have all sorts of bits and pieces going on in there at the moment. Here we go, the Jon Attwood owned vehicle driven by Ethan Faithful up against the Dan Caldwell owned car driven by Luke Fink. One final time, ladies and gentlemen. Get up on your feet, get your phones out, get your cameras out. Is this the coronation of Luke Fink as our champion, as our number 2 qualifier? He will lead away, but Ethan Faithful not going to make this easy for him. And here they go into the Mimico Repco wall ride for the very final time, potentially. Fink leads out, but Ethan Faithful right there with him, making it work for it. The tyre smoke starting to come off the rear there. Ethan Faithful transitions nicely in behind him. Nice tidy run coming here from both drivers. Here is Luke Fink opening up the door, making it possible for Ethan Faithful to get right up there into the chase pocket. Ethan Faithful about a metre off him, transitions nicely underneath the Mimico sign. Was that a straight line there, Kenny? It might have just been the camera angle that tricked us. Sparks coming off the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Get on your feet, get your cameras out. Start a snap in Luke Fink as he coronating himself as our champion in waiting.
What a wild run there from the pair of them. We'll unpack it a little bit here in the GT Radio replay. Both of them straight on it on the entry, up onto the line. Ethan Faithful getting up onto the rear quarter, and Luke Fink just sending it out on that line. Drops in, gets out to that line that the judge was asking for that layup. But did he actually get that clip as he laid up into the outside zone? And just here, we saw this transition. Was it a laboured transition, or was he straight wheels? Ooh, gee. That'll be a tight one. The front wheel, you always look at the front wheels and just how long was that car straight for through that transition there, and how much leeway do they give for him being in the pocket for that long as well? Luke Fink, Ethan Faithful.
Alrighty, Ethan Faithful, what can he do? Can he return serve to Luke Fink? Luke Fink will put the pressure on. We've seen Luke Fink do this all season. He is in another final. It is 5 from 5 for Luke Fink. Oh, now Luke Fink hasn't initiated. It's shut out. It is shut down, and Luke Fink very late there. Is Ethan Faithful going to win on debut here? All he has to do now potentially is complete the run and allow the judges to make the decision. Here comes Luke Fink back at him now. He's going to attack. Luke Fink needs to not be stupid here and force him off the track. But here comes Luke Fink. He is tapping, he is rubbing. Is he going to force Ethan Faithful off the track? He's given Ethan Faithful no room in order to transition there. Here comes the VIP machine. The bumper is off the front of it. Up along the wall for one final time, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Ethan Faithful and Luke Fink, the final of D1NZ. Round number 5. It is done. It is run.
What a run. What a run. Drama off the entry for Luke Fink. Let's unpack it in the GT Radio replay. He went to enter, it stalled, it balked up on him, straightened, left foot, and then entered again. What happened for Luke Fink in the VIP entry? Ethan Faithful out in front, up on that line, switching on through in that Ford Barra, that Barra-powered C33 Laurel. The VIP entry of Luke Fink just trying to get up on the door. It's almost like he just had the bit between the teeth. He's like, nah, I've got to try and get on the door and leave a mark now.
That was what it felt like, wasn't it? But then I think Luke Fink got to a point where he's like, hey, I've got a title in the bag. I'm not going to bin someone else's car. Those are both borrowed rides. It was sort of like, respect, I'm here. I'm in another final. I think we're going to lock in for a result, and then we're going to go down to most likely Keisuke Nakashima and Stephen McIver. Looks like the boys are they're pretty resigned to what's gone on there.
Does it come down to the entry? I'd love to see the entry again.
Well, it was really late, right? So if you don't enter...
I think something's happened on entry there.
Hang on. Let's just create some suspense here because we have we have the judges out at the DSO table. So I can tell you that all the judges have come out to the review table. They are all now gathered around the screen. They are reviewing the final in full. So there is some suspense here, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know in live stream land. Was it Luke Fink? Was it Ethan Faithful? Let us know what you think out there. The judges are reviewing. They are taking a look at both runs. Here's the GT Radio replay.
Ooh, he was a little bit early on that initiation line. But what does it mean for Luke Fink? Because he had, what was...
Well, this
the
is
car
why
was slowing up, and it was like the brake lights, the front brake light strips had come on. What was going on there?
And this, Kenny, is why you and I will be eternally grateful that we are not the judges.
So, mate, has Luke Fink potentially had a misshift?
So judges are still deliberating here. Kenny, the tension is building. This feels very idol-like, doesn't it? It's very, very suspenseful.
I guess they want to cross all the T's and dot all the I's and just make sure that they are sticking. I mean, yeah, was that a misshift on entry there?
Thank you very much to Repco for their sponsorship of this season.
There will be, I think there will be a deduction there on the entry, just a fraction early for the lead car in that pass. But I'm not sure it'll be a massive penalty. I think it will be a deduction, but it won't be a big one. So we talked about wheels being over the line. Take another look at it here. Didn't quite see the entry on the layup onto the wall, but certainly Ethan Faithful throwing down.
Now we've got the side-by-side going down, which means that we've got TSO in full effect.
Look at Luke Fink in the teardrop. Just, yeah, he had the bit between the teeth. He was
looking
hungry.
at that. No, hang on, go back. If you go back, I think they're looking at, was Ethan Faithful straight?
Yeah, and how straight was that in his chase?
So if you look at Ethan Faithful's chase run coming back out of the UDC teardrop, it does appear, certainly from that shot,
yeah,
that
right
he's
up on the A pillar 2 on the exit there. So, she'll be tight. She'll be tight.
All right. Are we going? Suspense is building here, boys. The judges are actually still deliberating here. Does the crowd have a view who's won, or Luke wants a one more time? Do you want the chant to go, Luke?
We got some chants going.
We've got the chant going.
The crowd's chanting. The chat box is chanting.
Always the judges, huh?
No, a bit of fun here tonight. Well, what did you guys think down there? Keisuke Nagashima and Stephen McIver.
Oh, well, don't ask me. We'll ask Keisuke. He was the 2024 Pro Sport Championship. What did you make of the final run?
Oh, I think it doesn't really matter what I think. I reckon the crowd wants a one more time.
Does the crowd want one more time? Wow, they do want one more time. I wonder how malleable the judges are. Who knows? We'll wait and find out. I'm trying to figure out where that camera is.
Over there.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Oh, there, guys. Righty-ho. Been around way past my bedtime, Keisuke.
Me too,
I mean,
me too.
when you look at you get actually, it's interesting. You get down on the track here, right, and you see the condition of the track and what the drivers have been dealing with, and it's pretty impressive, huh?
It's unreal. I mean, you see, like the very outside is full of mud. It's so slippery. The inside is still wet, dry, and patchy. It's unreal what these guys did tonight.
Yeah, okay. Have we got a decision from the judges yet, or are they just sort of taking their time?
The answer to that is no, boys. The judges are still reviewing with the DSO. So what did the crowd reckon again?
Oh, okay. So the question was, Mercury Baypark, do you want one more time? I couldn't hear you. Do you want one more time? Dangerous having a microphone.
It is dangerous. It is dangerous.
It's been great. I mean, this crowd has been in here for probably since early. Some of them probably took part, had a good look at X-Air, which was another big cracking event. And Luke Fink, just get out of the camera shot, would you, pal? Come on. You're going to have plenty of screen time later on. You know, no dancing. There we go. Well, yeah. Yeah, but we're not too far away from getting off here anyway, so you better hurry up and make a decision, judges, because it is what it is. Luke, come, while you're here, come and join the lads. I feel sorry because I know Ethan's out of the car. We haven't still got a decision, but can I ask you what happened on the run?
It wouldn't go into gear, and I don't know why. We did, the boys, when Dan drove the car earlier, he lost all the gears, and there was a linkage there, was a bit how you're going, so it could be something to do with that, or it could have just been bad operator. I don't know.
You know, when you take a look at seasons, I feel like I'm doing the interview I should be doing a little bit later on, but you haven't been off the podium all season. I mean, that by anyone's estimation is an enormous. Oh, you know, I'm going to stop. Get back in the car. You're going again.
Let's go.
One more time. They're going again, Baypark. Let's do this. Let's get out of here. I feel I'm in a dangerous position.
The question is they going to put new tyres on it, or are they going to send it just how it is? So I think what it's going to come down to is that straight line from Ethan Faithful, and then the mistake on entry.
I'm going to actually
from
grab
Luke
one of the
Fink.
judges now, because I do want to know what the call is there. So we'll actually grab Joel Counter, the DSO, potentially just to see what the decision was there. So we'll see if we can grab Joel. He is up here with us. So Joel, if you want to just jump on the mic here and just confirm what you've been reviewing there, because you've had to have quite an in-depth look there.
So Joel Counter, Drift South, former Drift South champion, our driving standards observer this weekend, and our review judge. Joel, what did it come down to? From my perspective, I think it was coming down to that straight line from Ethan Faithful, and then the initiation from Luke Fink as well.
Exactly that. Yeah, that's exactly what it came down to. So I deemed that Ethan had straight lined in the chase position, and then obviously Luke failed to fire in the chase position as well. And then, yeah, looking over lead for lead. That's exactly what it came down to. So it's purely a lead for lead.
So,
yeah,
okay.
I think Max still may have called it.
So how have you been finding the DSO system? Obviously, this is your first time jumping into it this season, and how are you finding it? Essentially, we now have 4 judges.
Kind of, yeah. It's been good fun. It's just, I guess I've been doing it for so long as a judge that I know what the judges are looking for. So if something happens live, I can at least put my eyes on it and then have a look over the replay independently.
And I know from the judges, they've been enjoying the feedback from having the DSO system being used as well, and then having a former driver and a judge. I mean, you've been judging for a long time, so it's been good to have you in that seat. And it's taken a lot of pressure off some of the tighter calls as well, because you have all those tools available to you, and it takes the pressure off these guys because they want to keep the comp going, right? We want to keep the show going for the fans, so they're actually able to carry on with the show, and you're able to go through, have a review, and go bring back to the guys, put a bit of a report together and go, hey, check out these things here, and go through the scoring.
Exactly that, yeah. So like I said, I can see something live, and if it looks questionable, I run straight out of the room, straight onto the DSO system, cast my eye over it, and basically when the battle's finished, let the judges make the decision, talk to them about it, and if there is anything in question, then we can talk about it.
And when are we going to see you back behind the wheel? That's, I guess, the... I think you were last out at Drift South for it.
Oh, a couple of years ago now, yeah. The car's in a pretty poor state, so we might might roll it out the garage and get it up on the hoist at some point. But
all right, one more time, final coming up. Thank you, Joel Counter, our DSO and review judge for the weekend. Former Drift South champion, done plenty of laps in the Drift South series as well as D1NZ. Warren Sayre, we are back. Did they change tyres, or are they going to send it as it is?
No, I think it's a change of tyres there. Looks like there's plenty of tread there for Luke Fink. Fun fact about Joel Counter, actually holds the record for the worst qualifying result into the highest finish in Pro. Yeah, yep. So went 26-3, and interestingly enough, Isaac Aldridge actually bettered that tonight in Pro Sport. Here we go, Luke Fink in the VIP frame and truss S15. The 427 is singing out the front there. Tags the wall, the sparks go flying. Luke Fink, he is not going to leave anything to chance. This is a one and done, ladies and gentlemen. We must have a result off this. It is a one more time. It is sudden death. It is Ethan Faithful. It is Luke Fink, both in borrowed cars, and they tag. The front wheel's just about to lock. Ethan Faithful, did he give Luke Fink enough room there to transition? Ethan Faithful has fallen back there, and Luke Fink stays in the gas there. And big distance created there, Kenny. Did Faithful find himself in the wrong spot there, or dare I suggest, because I can, was that a game being played there?
Well, Ethan Faithful did a good job of, like, after the contact to actually just fall back on that required line, despite the car lengths in terms of proximity. So see here in the GT radio replay, sparks are flying up on the wall. Ethan Faithful taking a very different approach through the transition, cutting his line a little bit to get that proximity and dive up onto the door. Now, just how will the judges reward for that off the transition, because he had to cut his line ever so slightly to get there. Then you see a touch through the transition. Did he leave enough room for the lead car? Did Ethan Faithful put a wheel off an outside, on that outside clip, heading up towards the final wall ride? And that's what they'll be currently studying right now.
Yeah, I am a huge fan, Kenny. Oh, that wheel's buckled. Is it going to come off? Is it going to debead? That front is off for Ethan Faithful. The front wheel has gone flat for Ethan Faithful. They're going to have to go and change that. And that is that contact with Luke Fink. Yeah. So that is another. Cole Armstrong maybe just being pushed there. He reckoned he was 10 years away from Theo turning a wheel.
Well, we had quite a few fan requests for a V8 Supercars D1NZ double header. How would that work?
I don't.
We've tried this before.
I feel like we've maybe been there.
But if we had it.
Yeah,
I mean, Supercars did try that.
What else
they
have we done?
trialled a drift event actually on the Gold Coast, and certainly the people involved in that have been involved with D1NZ for many, many years. So watch this space.
All right, here we go. Final pass. This is sudden death. It is Ethan Faithful leading away from the Dan Caldwell-owned VIP entry being driven by Luke Fink. One final time. We have to have a result after this, ladies and gentlemen. Who goes home with the silverware? Is it Luke Fink? Is it Ethan Faithful? Ethan Faithful on the gas. Up and into the wall. Here comes Luke Fink into the pocket. Both drivers transition nicely into the UDC teardrop for the one final time. Can they get through here smoothly? Ethan Faithful flats with the outside. Drops a tyre. Does he drop a tyre? Was it right off there, Kenny? That'll be up to the judges to decide that. Here comes Luke Fink putting the pressure on. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one final time as they come back around the Repco Mimico wall ride, and Ethan Faithful whacks the wall. And here they come, your finalists. Salute them. Two champion drivers, Ethan Faithful and Luke Fink. And Fink 360s it. That went 360 and Luke Fink, your champion-elect. Put your hands together for Luke Fink, ladies and gentlemen. All of our D1NZ drivers, and there is the silverware. Let's go down to Stephen Makaiba and Keisuke Nagashima.
So here we are. We come to the end of the 2024-2025 D1NZ Championship. Baypark, give these drivers and their crews a huge round of applause. So let's get busy with the round. Trophy presentation will be done by Cooper Hasty, super fan. He's been helping out all season long. So in the round, let's start with position number 3. And in the round, P3 goes to Dave Steedman. So there's young Cooper giving him his trophy. There's P3. And in second position for the round, give it up. First time here, not a bad finish, Ethan Faithful. And your round winner has not been off the podium in all 5 rounds. Give it up for Luke Fink. And that's your official round podium for the final round of the D1NZ season. Gentlemen, feel free to spray some champagne, and then we'll get on with the championship trophies. Don't go too far. Okay, gentlemen, if I could just ask you to remove your trophies from the podium, and we will now get on to the championship trophies for 2024-2025. I'll ask the reigning Drift King, Case Pullenburry, to hand out all the trophies. So, Keisuke, you might want to hand that big trophy so it doesn't get muddy. Give it up for your reigning champion, Case Pullenburry, everybody. And in third position for the championship in 2024-2025, Connor Halligan. In second position in the championship, Dave Steedman. And for the first time in D1NZ history, your championship Drift King will take it off these shores. But boy, has he put on a show this season. He has shown everybody what it's like to produce consistency, speed, and most of all, what D1NZ is all about, entertainment. Your 2024, 2025 Drift King in D1NZ, give it up for Luke Fink! And of course, what goes with that is the Drift Japan ticket to go to the western parts of Japan, hang out on some cool tracks and do your thing. And a thanks to Ben Hodges. Gentlemen, hold those trophies high, you deserve it. What a season it has been. All right, let's get a word from our Drift King. Luke, come on over here.
That's the crop. This is the trap. Oh, don't go over there, bro.